How's it going? Nice to see you again from a grey, dry, but at least it's not raining sort of day. Back for another beach talk. Thanks for joining me as always. Now, you may have seen a video on social media about the wolves that were introduced back into Yellowstone Park. It comes with music, drama, amazing wildlife clips, and the guy doing the voiceover gets very excited. Now, the backstory to the whole thing was back in the 1920s, they took the wolves out of Yellowstone Park, and over 70 years they saw the ecosystem almost get to a point where it was breaking down. There's too many deers in the park, the landscape was bare, they'd lost a lot of bird life, and in the mid-90s, so only 25 years ago, they decided to put a couple of packs of wolves back into the park, around 20 I think in total. And over the next 25 years, or the last 25 years, what's happened is quite profound. Yes, the wolves picked off a few of the deers, but things started to change. Deers who spent a lot of their time in the wide valley floors started spending less time in the wide valley floors and more time up in the hills, a bit more hidden, less of them got picked off. And then the valley floor started to recover. A lot more greenery, a lot more plant life. Then came the shrubs. Then came the trees. And when the trees were big enough, birds started coming back because the deers weren't picking off the trees. And then along came the beavers. And the beavers started cutting down trees and damming rivers as they do. And that started to change the course of the rivers. Rivers started speeding up in certain areas. And even in the space of 25 years, this is where the voiceover on the National Geographic video gets really excited. The physical landscape started to change. So from this small introduction of wolves, this easy thing, 20 wolves 20 years ago, 25 years ago, it's ended up changing the physical landscape, drawn a lot of attention, a lot of fascination with, from an eco point of view, just how it's rebounded, but also it's got a lot of people thinking, you make one small change, what happens? Now, on a personal level, you might find this quite amusing. In January, my wife had to go to Cape Town for around 10 days. And it just meant that January was quite a busy month for me. And as well as everything else I normally would have on, my wife normally does the school runs in the morning. I was doing school runs. And I just made a simple decision that there was so much to get done and get the kids up and out and all that stuff, that I wasn't going to hit the snooze button. Now, I must say, people who know me or don't know me, but snooze button was always my little thing that, sure, why not? It's there, might use it, maybe once, maybe twice. But what happened was, I just made a new rule, no snooze button. And the impact it had on those particular 7-10 days wasn't just that I was up out of bed any sooner, but the benefits have been just ridiculous. I'll give you some simple examples. I was waking up the same time every day, and you may or may not know that there are benefits to your body clock for waking up at the exact same time every day, rather than at different times on different days. Getting up at the same time and getting up a little earlier, I wasn't just awake, but I had actually found some time to do Pilates, have a stretch, have a glass of water before my kids got up. And it's got to the point where even in the past 2 months, some work things have gone. Now, January, February are particularly busy for people like me. So many things, there's a few exciting wins, a few exciting partnerships have happened. And I'm now just at the point where I'm joking that all of this is because I don't hit the snooze button. And it's quite funny. I know businesses, for example, one in particular, we made one small change to his revenue cycle because he was always getting beaten up in his payment terms. I just pushed to say, can we just try and hold firm on payment terms? In fact, we do not want to negotiate our payment terms. Our payment terms are 7 days and that is it. We'll negotiate another stuff, service, content, quality, whatever, but not payment terms. That one little change has not just freed up the billing cycle and brought cash in, it's actually funded the entire growth of the business, cleaned up the balance sheet, cleared off loans, don't need to raise investment. So, just like the wolves in Yellowstone Park, me hitting the snooze button at client not negotiating on payment terms, you can see that one small change actually quite hilariously leads to so many other follow-on things as a result. Quite fascinated about this subject. If you in your business have made a very, very small tweak and seen a massive, snowball roll effect where it's just taken off in so many other ways that you might just joke about at this stage, I'd love to hear your examples. As always, thanks for listening, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers for now.